This episode of the podcast is being taped on Friday, September 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Have Fun on the Indys. You can catch us on social media, all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything you can think of, YouTube, Vimeo, at Have Fun OTI. That's at Have Fun OTI. And Jeff, guess what?
What?
I went down the rabbit hole last night on the internet. I was just looking up a bunch of shit about MMA, boxing, and pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And I came upon this thing about the most subscribers on YouTube. What channels are the most popular channels on YouTube? And I have one thing to say. We're in the top 10, bitches! Top 10! The WWE has, 33 million subscribers.
Aw, I thought you meant us.
So, as much as people like to talk shit and say, oh, WWE sucks, oh, WWE's not as good as it used to be, apparently the world thinks differently. Because in the whole world, we're in the top 10 of most YouTube subscribers.
Those people are part of the problem. They say that, but they're subscribers.
Hey, you know what I'm trying to look at? Do something for me right now, Jeff.
All right.
I want you to go to youtube.com.
All right.
And I want you to look up the official New Japan Pro Wrestling page.
Oh, God. That's unfair.
Do it. No, for reals. I just want to see what's up.
I just want to look up the Pro Wrestling Noah one.
So just do New Japan.
Plank on the table.
We're not talking about Pro Wrestling Noah. Pro Wrestling Noah might not be popular, but they're great.
We've talked about them enough. We've talked about them enough.
We haven't talked about them enough. We haven't talked about them almost at all. But Noah was what kind of introduced us to Japanese pro wrestling more than New Japan and All Japan did.
Yes. Yes, it did.
And you're going to have to raise your voice, Jeff, because nobody can hear you.
I'm leaning in as far as I can. Anyways, I think this is their official YouTube.
I think that is their official YouTube. Their official Japanese YouTube has, how many is that? Because there's a big giant stain on your TV, so I can't tell what I'm reading.
It's my oversized monitor.
They have how many subscribers?
I scrolled down too far.
264,049 subscribers. Not too shabby compared to the 33 million that Vince McMahon has.
33 million. Hey, look, here's related channels. WWE.
Wow.
Impact.
When you go to the New Japan channel, they give you related channels, and WWE is one of them.
Number one.
Impact. Go down. Scroll down.
Let's see how much Impact has. Let's see who else. Being the Elite comes up in this.
You know what? I'm not the hugest fan of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, even though they are some of the best wrestlers in the world right now. But that Being Elite shit is very badass.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks, or whoever's running that channel, figured out a way to where they can create storylines so that fans can actually follow them. Follow the storylines from company to company. Because when I used to watch pro wrestling back in the day, it's like every indie had their own storyline for each wrestler. So each singles wrestler or tag team or whatever, they didn't have a storyline really. It's like it changed in every company they went to.
Yeah.
Which was lame as fuck.
Yeah.
Now we can see it all.
Uh-huh.
It's an awesome channel. However, as awesome as it is, click on it. How many subscribers does it have?
Let's see how many subscribers Being the Elite has. Is that more than New Japan?
They have almost the same as New Japan. 245,800 and something.
My bad. No,
real quick.
Wow.
Holy shit. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's very impressive for a couple of fucking indie guys doing it all on their own.
Yeah, really.
You know, I'm a huge fan of the WWE over all these guys, but you need people like that in the professional wrestling business. Because people like that give it blood. They give it that young blood. People like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and companies like New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor, they keep it thriving. They keep wrestling thriving because WWE does do this whole thing where they go through their ups and downs and cycles, and sometimes they do weird shit. You know, sometimes they do weird shit.
Yeah, they do.
But anyways, holy shit, that's an eye-opener. Hey, you know what? Go back to that Wikipedia with the top YouTube subscribers. I want to see who the number one is.
Who number one is?
Yeah.
You don't want to see how many subscribers
WWE
Impact has?
WWE is number 9 at 33 million.
Okay, let's make sure we go back to see how much Impact has.
Go back. We'll do it now.
Impact.
Okay, but my question is, why are you talking shit about Impact when you used to?
Oh damn!
Okay, stop.
Damn!
Stop. First of all, I want to say, why are you talking shit about Impact when you used to fucking watch Impact when Loki was in it and Samoa Joe and AJ Styles and all these people were in it in Nashville and even in Orlando? You used to watch the shit out of it with me. So what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you talking shit about Impact?
That was like ROH class of 2002 right there. Like,
I know, right?
Of course, that's why. Why are we watching them now in the WWE?
It was almost, remember that time when TNA at one point, they were almost like they took everybody from Ring of Honor and they were showcasing Ring of Honor. Yeah. And that's how they got popular.
Yeah.
That's how they got popular before they got so popular that Universal, they were able to cut a deal with Universal Studios and have their shows there and actually become popular. Because remember the X Division was #1?
Yeah, I remember.
Anyways, how times have changed, but holy shit, excuse me? Wow, excuse me?
You seeing what I'm seeing?
New Japan Pro Wrestling had around 246,000. Impact has over 1 million. They have they're 100,000. They're 100,000 shy of fucking 2 million subscribers.
Wow.
But you know what's crazy? Their videos. Go to where it says videos, and I want to see what their latest video has. How many views their latest video has?
Their latest video has.
So click where it says videos.
You don't want to just go right to Sammy and
click
OVE?
where it says videos, please. Okay. And their last video was 2 hours ago. As of 2 hours ago, the top 5 must-see moments from Impact Wrestling, 1.7 thousand. That's not really fair because that just went up. I wonder if that's good. I wonder if that's good in the YouTube world. 1.7 thousand in 2 hours. Go back.
Maybe.
Let's do one that's been at least 24 hours. Go down.
14 hours ago.
Dear God, they post a lot of content.
They post a lot. A lot.
Well, look, 22 hours ago, they had 8,000. See, I don't know if that's good. I'm not really sure. 3 days ago, there's
14K.
one. There's one for 3 days ago where 5 most extreme Abyss Bound for Glory matches. 3 days ago, that's 28,000. I don't know if that's good or not for YouTube. I know there's channels that get way more than that, but you have to put things into perspective. You know, like, are they making money off of it?
Yeah. That's the highest views in the 10 videos we're looking at right now.
Dear Lord, we're hella uneducated on this shit, and we're trying to be all over social media. What are we doing?
You know more than me. What the hell is Vimeo?
Anyways, aren't we supposed to be going over fucking Monday Night Raw?
I know. Why are we wasting time on indie garbage?
And Thursday Night SmackDown? What? No, what day is... I know. I miss Thursday Night SmackDown.
It's on Fridays.
I missed Thursday Night SmackDown, and then Thunder was on at the same time.
Thunder. No, they moved that to Wednesdays.
That's right. At one point they did. But Thunder started off on Thursdays.
It did start out on Thursdays.
And they got popular on Thursdays. And then it got completely watered down and became garbage. And Vince was like, oh, wrestling fans will watch wrestling on more than just on Mondays? Here, let me put this little show called SmackDown and destroy fucking network television and get all these fucking ratings.
Yeah.
Well, Eric Bischoff, I don't know what the fuck was going on over there. It's like, people want to watch Thunder, but you turned it into shit.
Yeah.
You know? There's like an NWO Silver, an NWO Red, White, Green. Hella NWOs.
I think Nash was booking Thunder.
I don't know. Anyways, Monday Night Raw. Pull up the results to Monday Night Raw, Jeff. Can you do that for me, please?
All right. Here we go. On the Bleacher Report.
All right. So straight off Bleacher Report, we watched Monday Night Raw. Jeff didn't really catch all of it. He caught bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, parts.
He was grinding away at life the way we all have to. And Monday Night Raw was, in my opinion, this week Monday Night Raw was not the best. It was very bland, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It did revolve around the Shield a lot, right? It's the show. Scroll down so we could go down in order.
You don't want to look at the picture of the Shield for 4 hours?
It was a nice picture. Go all the way down. Scroll. Right there. So the show started off. It says Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal, but that's not how the show started off. Jeff, did you pull up the right one? What's going on here? Dude, what's going on?
This always happens when we use my laptop for this show.
There you go. So, the show did start off with the Shield. And, obviously, Baron Corbin comes out with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of shit happens. What I got out of the whole thing was, I can't get into Baron Corbin. And, quite frankly, I've given him a chance. I've watched a lot of his work. I'm glad he's making money in the big company. Holy shit, though, he's bland as fuck.
Yeah.
I can't get into him at all. Besides the fact that they want me to buy him as an authority figure, which is even worse. So Baron Corbin gets all this praise, but yet Roman Reigns gets booed. This is what I mean. WWE fans, professional wrestling fans in general, can sometimes be so fucking fickle. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm starting to like Roman Reigns.
Are they cheering for Baron Corbin?
They're not really cheering for him.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I guess you're right. I guess I'm just venting right now.
Well, I agree. I don't like Baron Corbin. I thought shaving the rest of his hair at the age of 26.
My whole thing is people complain a lot less about Baron Corbin being in that role in television than they do about fucking Roman Reigns being the champion. And quite frankly, go fuck yourselves, because Roman Reigns really isn't that bad of a champion. His matches aren't that fucking bad. His promos aren't the best, but they're also not the worst.
You know, he brought the title back to Raw like you were all crying about.
Hey, and not only that, but the fucking guy obviously has a passion for this shit.
Yeah.
You know, how about we go back to the days where you give championships to people who actually like this fucking business. Thank God the WWE's kind of turning that leaf, and they are kind of doing that.
Yeah.
They got people like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, you know, run the fucking...
They definitely are.
There's a gander of wrestlers all over the place.
Definitely are. And that is a good point. That is a very good point about Roman Reigns.
Also, that's how the show kicks off. And needless to say, we all know that, you know it's a special day on Monday Night Raw, right, Jeff?
It was?
Yeah, it was a very special day. It was Stephanie McMahon's birthday.
Oh, my God.
So much better than you. So much better than you.
Oh, my hell, I mean.
Hey,
Fuck.
First of all, I wonder how old he is. Look her up.
How old?
How old she became.
How old she became?
Yeah. How much closer to death.
When you're immortal, you stop counting. As the spawn of Satan.
Isn't that hilarious how you would figure, especially because in that whole era that WWE has been popular, it's mainly been like a man-run business. You would figure Shane McMahon would be the one to run this, you know what I mean? To be more involved in it. But instead it was Stephanie. Stephanie's like Vince Jr.
The second search on Google right now is Stephanie McMahon's age.
That's wonderful.
When you put in Stephanie M.
Wow. She is 42 years old. Holy shit.
What a grotesque fossil.
42 years old, and she is still hot as fuck.
You are disgusting. I am sick, sir.
Stephanie McMahon is in incredible shape. Sexy as ever. I'm sorry, you couldn't pick a better person to fucking run this shit. It's like we had Vince McMahon run it for the longest time. He was like Satan running it, and she's just like a fucking queen demon.
You know, I might be going too far, but Stephanie McMahon is the closest you can ever get to doing Vince. and not, you know.
Hey, look, they're also showing the ages of her family members. Shane McMahon's 48 years old.
Wow.
Triple H is 49 years old.
Wow.
Not even wow, though. These guys look fucking hella good for their age. You can't... Shane, I mean...
I'm
Shane looks like a... Shane just looks like a man. It looks like... I don't think he does a lot with his hair and his fucking eyebrows and shit like that. Triple H looks like he takes care of himself a little bit more in terms of, like, how he looks. But for 49 years old and for 48 years old, holy shit, dude, they look fucking young. They don't look like they're fucking dying.
Okay, not Shane, dude. No. He's gray-headed. He looks like he's 48 years old. He looks like he's 49 years old.
Okay, whatever. All I can say is this next person looks way good for being this old. Vince McMahon.
Once again, you can't count age when you're immortal. Satan.
Vince McMahon is fucking 73 years old. And he's in better shape than some of the 30-year-olds I work with.
Is he?
You know what I'm saying?
Is he still? When was the last time you saw him on the cover of Muscle and Fitness? But I actually thought he was older than that.
I don't know. The last time we saw him on the cover of Muscle and Fitness, he was like 67.
He was fucking jacked. All right, definitely, bro.
Anyways, what the fuck?
He was jacked.
So aren't we supposed to be okay? Back to Raw results. This is some ADD shit.
Stephanie McMahon's age is very, very important.
Not only that, but what the fuck? What would you get Stephanie McMahon?
For her birthday?
What
would you get her for her birthday?
What the hell can
I don't know.
You get her?
Buy her Impact Wrestling? I don't know what you get. What are you going to get Stephanie McMahon?
Buy her Impact Wrestling.
I have no idea. That's the only thing I think of. Buy her a wrestling company and not an indie, because that's not going to be worth it to her. Like,
I don't know. That's crazy.
What would you get Stephanie? What would you get Stephanie McMahon?
I have no idea.
I said Impact Wrestling. Just throw something out there.
A woman like that who's that rich and has been that rich her entire... Well, maybe not her entire life, because WWE did go through some crazy bullshit at one point. But
she wasn't poor.
For the most part, yeah, she was very comfortable in life. Someone like that, I'm assuming you have to get her some sort of gift that stimulates the mind. And good luck with that shit. She seems like a fucking complicated woman.
Yeah.
Anyways, go back to the Raw results.
All right.
All right, so we start off with Baron Corbin and the Shield. The whole premise of this whole show basically was the Shield was trying to get in the heads of Drew McIntyre and what's his face?
Dolph?
Yeah, and Dolph Ziggler. And then they both were trying to get inside each other's heads and make each other paranoid. But anyways, that was the whole premise of the show. But the next thing after this whole Baron Corbin, Shield, McIntyre, and fucking Ziggler stuff.
First match?
The first thing that caught my eyes is, why is Finn Balor fucking too sweeting Bayley?
Oh, right to the point, right?
That's my fucking question. You see, what the hell ever happened? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know if I'm angry at it, if I like it, if I don't like it. I don't know. All I know was, back in the day, you could just throw your little symbols at your fucking friends in other companies all over the place. It's like, what the hell happened to that shit?
I only have one response for that, and you're going to hate it. It's because Bullet Club is for life.
Okay, see, and that pissed me off even more because back in the day, if you start stealing symbols and slogans and fucking sayings, you'd be run out of the wrestling business. Everybody would look at you like an uncreative fuck.
Yeah, you're not going to get anywhere, to be honest. I feel the same way.
It's like, are you serious? As cool as the Bullet Club is, they couldn't come up with like a better symbol and a better slogan than straight up the NWO.
I mean, I say I feel the same way, but I still too.
You know what I was kept being told throughout wrestling schools? You have to be your own shit. I can't go out there and start saying "suck it" and super kicking people.
Create your own. Be your own.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
No, I agree with you on that, but I am still two sweet people.
Anyways,
I own 20 Bullet Club shirts.
Anyways, from now on, we're not going through every single fucking segment of this show.
No.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to do the shit that interests us.
Thank God.
Because this is insane. We can't just go through every fucking nook and cranny of Monday Night Raw and WWE and New Japan and everything we fucking watch. We're going to go.
Yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen if we do that? We're going to go fucking insane. The next thing that caught my eye was I never really got into the Bella Twins, to be quite frank. And
oh yeah.
And it's kind of crazy to me because the Bella Twins have been in the wrestling business for fucking years now.
Yeah, it's been 10 years at least.
You got to give them their props.
WWE
You got to give them
10 years.
You got to give them their props for being relevant. And at one point in their careers, they weren't even relevant, even though they were part of the WWE. They weren't relevant. Now they have reality.
Happens.
They have reality TV shows. They have fucking segments on Raw and SmackDown with Daniel Bryan and John Cena and
yeah,
dude, they're doing the damn thing. It's just I don't know what it is about them that I never got into them. And to this day, as much as they've improved, their in-ring work, to me, isn't like the best.
No, it's not.
It isn't even the best out of all the women.
It's not.
I know, it's weird. Next, we got up the Kevin Owens show.
The Kevin Owens show.
Yeah, the Kevin Owens show.
Is it versus Super Dragon?
His guest, Elias, introduced him. They started out the Kevin Owens show. They bring out Leo Rush, which to me is like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Leo Rush is the 205 guy, correct?
Yep, 205 Live. The guy that stole the show at Tremont and Onita.
The guy that stole the show at Tremont and Onita.
Remember Joey Janela and Leo Rush, that ladder match?
Oh, right.
Tremont and Onita.
Okay,
once in a lifetime.
So my thing is this. You're going to bring out Leo Rush and the whole time you're just going to make fun of him and bury him? Because what? We don't want 205 to succeed, right? Why is Kenta Hideo Itami, why is he even in 205? Why is 205 even a thing? Why can't 205 just be NXT?
Why can't Hideo Itami just be as cool as he was a few weeks ago at the anniversary show for Marufuji?
I know. And that match, and you know what? Here's the thing, too. That match was not like their matches in the past.
No.
However, it was still a good match.
It was a great match.
It was still a fucking good match, but everybody's so spoiled now. They just bitch and bitch and bitch. A lot of people didn't think it was what it was hyped up to be.
I felt like it was Marufuji's WWE tryout match. I hope he's coming back with him.
You know what I did? I grabbed a beer, as I'm doing now, and I sat back and I fucking enjoyed it because it brought back a lot of nostalgia, and it's two guys that have a lot of history together. Two friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's the background on my phone.
Anyways, Kevin Owens brings out Lio Rush. They proceed to destroy him and bring out a booster seat and all kinds of shit. Which the whole thing turns into pretty much Bobby Lashley versus Elias. Because Lio Rush brings out Bobby Lashley. I love Bobby Lashley. I wish he was in more important angles. I wish he was being pushed more towards a main event guy, because not only does he have the look, but my entire life I've always thought that guy has the wrestling ability. Maybe his promos could use a little work.
He's gotten pretty good at them.
But I like Bobby Lashley. I like Bobby Lashley a lot. And I feel like they should push him.
He's definitely somebody that learned a lot from his time in TNA.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
And so Bobby Lashley goes over in that match. I didn't mind it. I like Elias. I like Bobby Lashley. They're both cool as fuck. Then we get to the main event. In the main event, we had Baron Corbin and his surprise tag team partners, AOP, versus The Shield. The Shield goes over, and at the end of the match, they had Dean Ambrose, because the whole time they've been trying to make each other paranoid. Is Drew McIntyre going to betray his team and go to The Shield? Is Dean Ambrose going to betray The Shield and go to their team? So at the end of the match, they had this thing where Dean Ambrose is in the middle, one team's on one side, The Shield's on the other side, and Dean Ambrose chooses The Shield. You know,
I wanted to guess.
It was a. I understand the story they were trying to tell, and I appreciated it, and I thought it was pretty cool. But the main event to me was, I love the WWE, but this Monday Night Raw wasn't the best. You know, in my opinion.
It happens.
It happens, and I was never a big fan of the Shield. Even though in Ring of Honor I was a big fan of Seth Rollins. Even though to this day I'm a huge fan of Dean Ambrose. And quite frankly, I love the fact that fucking Roman Reigns is a champion. Because he keeps shoving it in people's mouths.
Down my throat.
Yeah, good. And I like all those guys. I just don't like the whole group concept for some reason. I'm one of the few.
I never got into the Shield either.
Anyways, that's Monday Night Raw. And now, moving on to the A show. It's the A show to me.
Is it because it's the house AJ Styles built?
It's the fucking A show.
We should have put some.
We go to SmackDown. It starts off kind of wacky with R-Truth. And you know what? How the fuck does R-Truth still have a job there? I love R-Truth. You know why I love R-Truth? Because he's been in it forever. He's been in it for fucking since the early 2000s. He went from being the fucking hip-hop guy to being the schizophrenic guy.
K-Quick?
Yeah, K-Quick.
Not schizophrenic guy.
He was the schizophrenic guy for a while, though.
When he was R-Truth.
Who did he used to talk to? Was it Timmy? I don't remember.
Little Jimmy and Little Ginny, I think.
Oh my god.
I have a cat named after Little Ginny.
I'm shocked that like human rights groups weren't going insane because it's making fun of the handicapped because of mental illness.
You know what? That's a good point. You know, that was like 2009, 2010.
People weren't as sensitive.
That was last decade then.
That was when people weren't fucking sensitive because you say words.
Nobody needed a pocket full of Band-Aids and knee pads to go outside.
Everybody didn't need safe spaces. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh, this bothers me. Let me go fucking create a place where I don't have to hear it.
You don't agree with my opinion?
Right. Anyways, R-Truth came out. He did Truth TV. Pretty much stole the Miz's show.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was, right? He was stealing Miz's show because I was like, R-Truth has a show segment?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was kind of funny, though. The only thing that was weird was they kept saying fucking, it's time for a dance-off. So him and who he was with, which is Carmella.
Mella is money. Not anymore, huh? She's with R-Truth.
Dude, I don't know. That's kind of fucked up. It's crazy how the WWE mill works, huh? It's like one day you're fucking main eventing everything and the spotlight of your division, whether it be the women's division
and
or
you
the men's
open the door to tomorrow, and what's behind it?
You're dancing with R-Truth and shit.
Nothing is behind it.
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
This is all we got.
They kept having 7-second dance-offs, which is weird, as Daniel Bryan sat there in the chair.
Okay, I caught the highlights of it, so I didn't know it was 7 seconds. Like,
yeah, that's what it's called. It's called 7-second dance.
How often though?
Every so often they'd be like, Daniel Bryan, which was their guest, would be in the middle of a sentence and they'd be like, there's a 7-second break dance.
I only watched
No,
highlights.
7-second dance break.
I only watched highlights, so I did not see how many times it happened.
But then The Miz comes out. Talks a bunch of shit. He does a pretty good promo. He usually does.
Yeah, he's really good on the mic.
And then they had Miz versus R-Truth, with R-Truth going over. Just kidding, you moron. Miz going over.
Right?
Miz going over.
Oh my god.
And then we segue into Charlotte Flair is taking a photo shoot for WWE, like a magazine shoot or whatever. And Becky Lynch comes out, fucks her up.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I'm starting to think this is really the only angle that I'm interested in WWE right now. The Ronda Rousey stuff has interested me at first, but I feel like it's not the best now. What the hell happened to Asuka? I don't even know what's going on. She's in like tag team matches.
Yeah.
I love the Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch stuff, man. I think Charlotte Flair, in my opinion, and this is I'm just being honest, in my opinion, Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's champion in the history of the WWE.
Yeah.
More than Trish Stratus, more than Victoria, more than Mickie James. Even though Mickie James is she's up there with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time for women.
I mean, if you're looking at the women's championship meaning like more than now, then yeah, I can agree with that.
Anyways,
it does mean more now than it did then.
Anyways, I'm enjoying this angle. I hope it keeps going. They're both badass wrestlers.
Yeah.
I like the women's wrestling, man. But when you start having women's pay-per-views and you start having women main event the Royal Rumble, it weirds me out because for one, I promise you, not everybody's into every single women's wrestler. I promise you, here, if the women deserve that much amount of time, give them their own show and see what the ratings do. Let the men have their own show and let the women have their own show. And we'll see what's up. That's fair, right? Everybody wants to be treated fairly. So let the men have their show and let the women have their show.
Is that why there's a 205 Live?
And not even that, but it's like at the Royal Rumble, I was reading this article. I can't remember by who it was. It might have been on WrestlingInc.com. And the guy was saying, and he brought up a good point. He said, the women's Royal Rumble, how they were the main event, it was badass. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
However, now that you look back at it, was it badass because of all the current women's wrestlers, or was it because all kinds of old school women's wrestlers kept coming back?
Oh, we watched that. Who was I popping for drunk on the floor?
Yeah, we were pretty fucking drunk that night. But also,
Royal Rumble.
Also, like, honestly though, do you think that Royal Rumble would have been as good if it would have been just the current women's roster? Or did it have to have all these women from the past come back to give it that nostalgia feeling?
One, is there enough women on the current roster to have done 30 women? And I was popping for Trish and Tasha. Yeah. Like, that's a really good point. I don't know. I
don't know either.
I don't want to say.
Anyways, moving on. You know, and by the way, I'm not sexist. I hope the women get tons of success. They deserve it. I'm just observing shit. Anyways, moving on. I don't know what the fuck happened next. All I heard was Rusev was in a promo, cutting a promo with fucking, what's that dude's name? Aiden English or whatever?
Yeah.
And at the end of the whole fucking thing, I heard Aiden English say something about that he slept with Lana in Milwaukee. His exact words were, "Hey Rusev, why don't you ask Lana what happened in Milwaukee?" First of all, Milwaukee seems like the fucking weirdest of towns to pick a place.
We feel like committing adultery in Milwaukee.
Yeah, they could have said it. They could have made it cooler, right? Say New York, Los Angeles, maybe even San Francisco.
A sexy city, not fucking Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what that's about, but I guess I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it, I suppose, just because how hilarious it is to me.
Vince McMahon's favorite thing, to break up tag teams.
And then my favorite part of the whole show happened. The guy who, after all these years, is still the best wrestler in the industry, in my opinion. He's my favorite wrestler. He's been my favorite wrestler for maybe about a year and a half, 2 years, right now. Randy Orton.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Randy Orton.
AJ Styles.
Dude, can you imagine what Randy Orton would do to Kenny Omega? Anyways, Nakamura has a match with Ty Dillinger. Randy Orton interferes, beats the crap out of Nakamura, and beats the crap out of Ty Dillinger. Really beats the crap out of Ty Dillinger, because Randy Orton is bringing out his true self. He feels disrespected because all of these indie-rific guys are getting more praise than he is after everything he's done. Because as we all know, Jeff, he was the youngest
oh crap
champion in WWE.
And that was only to shame Brock.
Dude, I love this Randy Orton. I think a lot of people love this Randy Orton.
I think the people that really know Randy do love this Randy Orton, and me having hated Randy for so long, I like that Randy is finally being Randy.
And you know, I
like it.
I wish I knew how long he's been in WWE.
It's been like
Here,
let's think.
just
of
type in Randy Orton and then look at his Wikipedia.
Before we look it up, let's think back. Like, what was the first WWE game he was in? Was it Shut Your Mouth? I think.
Really? That's how you're gonna?
That's what I remember. Shut Your Mouth. Because that was the cool roster that had all the cool people on it after the invasion.
I remember when he beat Chris Benoit, I was so pissed. I was like,
Yeah.
why is Randy Orton beating Chris Benoit?
Why-
Who's like a real wrestler, and Randy Orton's a pretty guy, and
Number one thing when you type in Randy on Google, Randy Orton.
of course, Randy Quaid. Who's that?
Who cares? It's not Randy Orton.
All right, just click on his Wikipedia.
But him beating Chris Benoit was a fucking shame.
I know that was crazy, man.
Benoit deserves better.
You know why, dude? It's because even from an early age, he has the look. He had that perfect look that'd be loved. Go right there where it says go down. Do you know how to wiki, Jeff?
No.
Jesus. All right, well, right there, stop and go where it says World Wrestling Entertainment, number 2.2, under contents.
I just scroll.
So, in 2001, Randy Orton signed a deal with Ohio Valley Wrestling. So it pretty much started there because that's when WWE was using those companies as feeder leagues for them.
Yeah.
So he pretty much has, I'd say 2002, 2003, he's been in the WWE. That's over a fucking decade. Always been relevant.
Well over.
Always been relevant. And even though there's times where he'll be in the mid card or lower card of the show,
Oh, yeah.
he's still always winning.
The Randy Orton equation.
It's like they use him a lot, then they give him a break so the fans can get a break from him, even though he's still winning on the undercard. And, oh my God, you just showed me a Randy Orton taking a picture with John Cena.
Well, look at how passionately close they look.
God damn, they look fucking weird in that picture. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that picture looks incredible. Where'd you get that picture at? It's John Cena and Randy Orton taking a picture with their hands around each other. But that's not what makes it creepy. What makes it creepy is their faces. Their faces look weird. It's like they're trying. It's like Randy Orton.
Passionate faces.
Yeah, they're passionate faces, I guess you could say. Hey, whatever. I don't.
They're a little too close.
You think Kenny Omega will ever be able to have a picture with John Cena?
Okay, to describe the picture
Hey, bud.
that I just showed him, I'll just show you a picture of Kenny and Kota Ibushi together.
Hey,
The
bud.
Same thing.
Hey, bud, go back to New Japan and do what Gato did and swing that chair with all your might.
Overhand or whatever.
Dude, what the hell happened there?
Oh my God. That's what we forgot to talk about.
Here, we're gonna go on with the final segment on SmackDown. But before we go to that, what the fuck happened in New Japan, dude?
Let's address New Japan's finest
So Gato
this week.
betrayed Okada, correct?
I wouldn't be too mad if you hit me with a chair like that. We'd still be friends.
Gato
later.
betrayed Okada by hitting with the steel chair in the back, but the way he swung that chair was the weirdest way ever. It was like inverted.
Did he were his wrists facing Okada's back? I think I've watched it a bunch of times on a GIF. I can't figure out.
We can't even recreate it. It's so complicated.
I don't think it's. I don't know.
And the worst part is,
I don't know.
The worst part is, it's not only that it looked awkward when it hit. It looked so soft.
I mean, the chair was padded to begin with.
It was
And he hit him.
hella weird.
He did it to hit him with the padded side.
Hey, whatever. New Japan.
And I love Okada.
Hey, 264,000 to 33 million.
And I'm gonna cry like when Hiromu broke his neck and everybody got mad about it.
Dude, that's hella fucked up when he broke his neck.
That was fucked up. And then everyone's reaction on the internet was wrestling shouldn't be that dangerous anyways. I'm like, oh fuck.
You people, see, this is what I don't understand. These people are morons. It's
Wrestling
like,
is
wait a minute.
dangerous.
You don't want wrestling to be that dangerous, but yet you bitch at WWE because it's not that dangerous.
There you go. The same people that bitch about the WWE having 33 million subscribers, and you're one of them.
Yeah, but I'm not bitching about them having a 33 million subscribers.
No, not you. Like the people that are crying about wrestling's too dangerous, but they don't like the WWE.
Yeah.
But you're subscribed to all their social media.
Not only that, but they're saying wrestling is too dangerous, but they they bitch about WWE wrestling, which is as safe as it's gonna get. And let me tell you, it's not that safe.
Wrestling is not safe.
It's not that fucking safe, but yet people are mad if they're not forearming each other's faces off. But then they're saying wrestling shouldn't be so fucking tough. It makes no fucking sense. Wrestling fans are fickle. They're weird.
You guys need to make up your fucking mind.
Anyways, back to fucking SmackDown, and the ending of the show couldn't have been better.
This is the highlight of the week.
With
Nothing will top this.
in my opinion, the two best wrestlers besides Randy Orton, because Randy Orton's number one in WWE right now, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
Two of the best wrestlers ever.
So AJ Styles and Samoa Joe had a segment where they were going to do a contract signing. Paige was out there. AJ Styles was out there. They were waiting for AJ Styles, cut a little promo. Then they said, Samoa Joe, make your way down the ramp. Well, Samoa Joe didn't make his way down the ramp. Samoa Joe made his way to AJ Styles' house. So
right.
The Titantron shows Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe says, I had a little walk. The camera pans, and the mailbox says, Styles. Samoa Joe proceeds to make the angle the best angle he's probably had in years. Samoa Joe reminded me of Ring of Honor Samoa Joe. With the way he was talking, the tone of his voice, the feeling you got that his character was portraying. Samoa Joe felt like old Samoa Joe. It looks like Samoa Joe is wiping off that stink of TNA that he was in and is finally getting his confidence back.
That rut.
It looks like he's finally getting his confidence back.
He's competing for the WWE title.
It was the baddest shit ever. As Samoa Joe is just talking about AJ Styles' family while being at their home, he's sitting there saying, AJ, we know they're home. AJ Styles is losing it in the ring. And Samoa Joe's saying, how do you feel, AJ? You feel helpless? You feel like you can't do anything? Let's see what your family's going to do if they see Samoa Joe. The show ends in the most perfect of ways. Whoever wrote this, you're a genius. You couldn't have done it with two better talents.
Keep it up.
You couldn't have done it with two better talents. And the way the show ends is Samoa Joe rings the doorbell, ding ding, and the show goes off the air.
Keep it up.
SmackDown, the motherfucking A show.
I mean, that's going to be the highlight of the week. Nothing is going to be able to top that.
Oh man, this joint went out.
No, definitely, nothing is going to be able to top.
Anyways, that's the week in WWE. But here's some other stuff that caught our eye. You know who's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time is?
Who?
Loki. I like Loki. Loki was one of the first ones that I saw, and I was like, oh my god, that's the way wrestling should be. But throughout the industry, there's rumors and there's talk always that Loki's hard to work with. And you know who I found a video from 2017, I think it was, where someone, in my opinion, who's always pretty honest, someone who I feel doesn't really try to bend the truth too much, Kenny Omega had an opinion on Loki. And it was pretty interesting. Because if you think about it, Loki's been in every big company almost.
Yeah.
Including New Japan.
Including WWE.
And he doesn't always stay there for long. After a couple of years, they always just dispose of him, and people say it's because of his attitude. Kenny Omega was saying that Loki is incredibly passionate about his training. Loki is incredibly passionate about the wrestling business. And they were asking him, is he hard to work with? Well, Kenny Omega didn't answer the question directly, but he did say this. He says that he's seen wrestlers that he knows for a fact are badass wrestlers wrestle Loki, and the match, instead of being a badass match, comes out less than what people expect.
Oh.
It sounds like Loki always tries to take control of things. And he was saying something along the lines of, when Loki wants to do things his way.
Loki's,
you know what I mean? If he warms up to you, he'll work with you. If he doesn't warm up to you, he'll want to do it his own way. I think Kenny Omega likes Loki. I think Kenny Omega respects Loki, but he understands that Loki was one of those guys who could never swallow his pride and could never just do what the company told you. The way every wrestler before you came, sometimes you have to do what you don't want when you get in the wrestling business. Yeah. Bret Hart did it. He found out the hard way. I hate to say it. Bret Hart had that problem, and it didn't end up well for him. And you know who else had that problem? CM Punk had that problem. And CM Punk was one of the biggest stars there.
Mm-hmm.
All because he couldn't play ball a little bit. And it's sad, man, because I loved Loki. And to this day, I wonder one thing that I haven't really read much about. Why has he not been back in Ring of Honor all these years? All these years that he hasn't been in WWE or New Japan or locked up to these contracts. Why hasn't he been in Ring of Honor? Is he so hard to work with that even Ring of Honor doesn't feel worth it?
Yeah, because I mean, I remember when AJ...
He is a Ring of Honor guy.
Yeah, he's the first ROH champion, right? Yeah. I mean, he... I remember when AJ left TNA and went back to ROH for like a few shows, and it was a big deal. I would always think like Loki, Samoa Joe, Punk, like
Loki's a more
go
ROH
back
guy than
and-
AJ Styles was.
definitely every day. He was the first ROH champion.
Loki
so-
Loki was the first ROH champion. Loki was the one that did like the Strong Style Thugs or whatever they used to call themselves, the Rottweilers.
the Rottweilers.
The Rottweilers, and dude,
Him and
remember that gang,
Homicide.
him and Homicide and all that, dude? Loki gave us some badass memories. I remember my favorite match of Loki in Ring of Honor was when he fought Amazing Red, and they did this crazy sequence, dude, that looked like it was straight out of a movie.
Remember this? Loki and Izzy or Dixie from Special K.
Oh my god. Where Loki grabs that poor kid's hair and proceeds to kick him in the face for a minute. Just hella minutes. The whole match is that kid getting his back and face kicked in.
Yeah.
It was fucking disturbing. That was one of the first matches that disturbed us, remember?
Yeah, that was disturbing.
The first one that was kind of crazy that we thought was crazy was Loki and Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
Loki is Ring of Honor. Why doesn't Ring of Honor get him back? A lot of people say he's too expensive. He asks for too much from these companies, but yet he's an MLW?
I mean, he's MLW heavyweight champion right now.
How much is MLW actually paying him? I mean, you're telling me they're going to pay him more than Ring of Honor?
Yeah, that's a good question. MLW looks like it's got a lot of money.
MLW all of a sudden made a resurgence after being gone for like 3 or 4 years of nothingness.
yeah.
When I was really into the indie scene, MLW was a thing. Then they hella faded, and now within the past 3 years, they've blown the fuck up again. It seems like,
Yeah.
or have they blown up, or has the production just gotten better? You know, we don't know.
I think production is definitely really good.
Well, anyways, that's interesting, man, because I always enjoy watching Loki. A couple Saturdays ago, I grabbed some beer and I started watching hella Loki stuff. And that guy is one of the most talented wrestlers on the planet. It's just sad that maybe his attitude it affects it, you know. Okay, moving on. Another thing that caught my eye is they interviewed CM Punk. CM Punk had an interview a couple days ago on Ariel Helwani's MMA show. I would listen to Ariel Helwani's MMA show because, quite frankly, even when he was on the MMA Hour, Ariel Helwani is one of the best MMA journalists on the planet. His first dream was to be a wrestling journalist or be part of the professional wrestling business. It didn't really work out for him. Now he's a household name in MMA, even though he's been in little feuds with Dana White and the UFC in general. He's on ESPN now. His podcast is as good as it's always been. Still has all the badass guests, especially after UFC pay-per-views. Well, CM Punk, oh, that's professional. Professional. That phone just went off and said, ding, ding.
This is one of those things we should wager on having to wear a Hardy's Boys shirt to a New Japan show.
Anyways, CM Punk was on Ariel Helwani's MMA show, and they talked to him about All In because there was a point where All In was held in Chicago. There was a point where everybody was wondering, is CM Punk going to be an All In? It would be the perfect fit for him.
Right.
He's not doing much UFC things right now. He's obviously not going back to the WWE. It would be perfect. CM Punk didn't show up, but before the show happened, they asked CM Punk, hey, are you going to be at All In? And he said, I was never even offered to be there. Those were CM Punk's words.
Really?
Really. So then, this is him after the show, right? This is him a couple months later, a month or so later after the show. How long has it been since All In?
It was the first.
It's only been a couple weeks, huh?
First or second?
You see, damn, dude, pro wrestling is just, there's so much pro wrestling these days
There's so much.
that you just, that nothing seems special anymore. Like back in the day, you could say, oh, remember that British Bulldog, Bret Hart, SummerSlam? That SummerSlam is going to live in infamy. Remember WrestleMania where Shawn Michaels wrestled Razor Ramon in that ladder match? That WrestleMania is going to live in infamy.
Yeah.
How come there's not moments like that anymore?
Okada and Omega.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And Shibata and Okada.
I think that's just for us. Nobody's talking about that.
Nobody's talking about that. That was the
Nobody's
match of that
talking-
year.
Uh-huh. That
The
was-
best match.
that was the match of
by
2017.
leaps and bounds of 2017.
But does that make us twisted? Because the dude almost died at the end of it.
No, it doesn't make us twisted. You know why? Because it gave us a glimpse of old school strong style.
Because that was fucking strong
That
style,
was strong
man.
style before it became evolved and it became a bit fancy. It's still good. It's just fancier. Anyways, what the fuck were we talking? Oh yeah, CM Punk. So like a few weeks after the show, which by the way, All In was fucking
Really good.
probably one
Fucking great.
of the best wrestling shows I've seen in years. Anyways,
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes, I remember saying in an interview, that they reached out to Punk to see if he wanted to be there, but Punk said he wasn't going to be there. Well, CM Punk came out on Ariel Helwani's MMA show, and he said that he wasn't offered to be at All In. That someone from All In, I don't know, he didn't say who, if it was Cody Rhodes or the Young Bucks or whatever, but he said that someone from All In called him and said, if you want to be here, you can be here, and that's it. That no money was offered, no contractual talks were had, and it's kind of weird because I don't know. I feel like CM Punk's being kind of whiny again. They said if you want to be here, you can be here. That should already tell you, like, you can talk to them about money if that's the thing, you know? You can talk to them about having a contract to be there for a night.
Yeah.
CM Punk sometimes has that issue, man, where it seems like...
Do I got to tell you?
He always wants to do only what he wants, and that's great. That's fucking awesome because he gets to do what he wants a lot of times. But sometimes in real life, you have to pick your battles.
I mean,
and I feel like him at All In wouldn't have been a bad thing.
He could have got an IWGP title shot against Kenny Omega.
Yeah, he probably could have. If he really wanted to be in the wrestling business, if he really wanted to be in the wrestling business again, the possibilities are endless. The possibilities are endless. The angles that he can do with indie guys, even go back to the WWE, would be insane.
Yeah.
But CM Punk has that thing where he always wants to do what he wants, and he shoots himself in the foot for it. And my thing is that All In show would have been perfect for him to come back. It would have been perfect, dude. The UFC career is not working out. He's too green, dude. At his age, does he still have the... He's going to have to go down to the indie scene, probably fight in Bellator, then finally make himself all the way to the UFC. Is he young enough to be able to do all that, to work the indies of MMA?
No.
You know how many years that takes?
No, he's not. He's not young enough for that.
Fucking Punk, man. And he's one of my favorite wrestlers. And I remember watching him in early 2000s in Ring of Honor when he was having that feud with Raven.
It all starts with Ring of Honor, doesn't it?
Yeah, it all starts with Ring of Honor because Ring of Honor revolutionized everything. And then all of a sudden, New Japan got the hint. Oh shit, we need to do shit differently. You know,
they work with them.
Yeah, everybody started getting the hint.
Ring of Honor has worked with every Japanese company.
Yeah, Ring of Honor is the one that introduced Japanese wrestling to all these fucking marks now. And now New Japan's popular, so everybody's shitting their pants.
CM Punk is 39.
Yeah, he's 39 years old, dude. I don't think his it has what it takes to do it the right way, which is start off in the indies of MMA and work your way up to the UFC. Brock Lesnar didn't have to do that, but that's a whole fucking different story because it's heavyweights, and Brock Lesnar is one of those few people on earth that has those type of genetics and he wrestled real wrestling for a lot of his life. He has a real fighting background.
Yeah, he's a monster with a fighting background.
Speaking of Brock, he's back in WWE.
Yeah, I saw him rip the door off.
Oh, wait, let's go back. Hold on. Dude, see, this is why I hate drinking and smoking and doing this podcast, because people are probably like, you guys are hella switching topics. We were on the whole CM Punk topic, right?
We said we had ADD.
We do. We were on that CM Punk topic, right, about All In and all that. My thing is, I wonder if All In really wanted him there, because CM Punk is kind of a WWE guy.
I have heard the Young Bucks say that they wanted Punk in the Bullet Club at one point. You love that.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, And if he ever wanted to come back, like, just give them a call, and he's all in.
That's hilarious to me. Okay, anyways.
You still like him if he's in the Bullet Club?
Fuck, dude, that's gonna be rough. I hate the Bullet Club.
Because they're all straight edge too.
Whatever.
Not necessarily to the level of straight edge, but they're all alcohol and drug free. BTE is drug free, and that's the way to be.
Are they really all drug free?
Yeah.
Not even a joint?
Yeah. Not even alcohol.
God damn, not even alcohol, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's working because the Young Bucks has to look in fucking phenomenal shape.
They're no fun.
They're no longer the skinny fucking kids.
They're no fun. I miss Mr. Perfect and the cocaine.
Wow. Wow. All right, we'll end it on this. New Japan Pro Wrestling has a show in Long Beach this weekend.
Yes, they do.
And you're going to it.
Yes, I am.
I'm not going to this one, even though I've been to all the other ones. 2 reasons why I'm not going to this one. 1, I need to save up the money because I have real life things that I got to take care of because I'm broke, son. And 2, the appeal is kind of like fading away a little bit. It's almost like they're here so much now that it's not special anymore. I know I can't believe I'm bitching about the fact that New Japan's having shows here.
Yeah,
but I feel like sometimes I don't want to drive fucking 7 hours, 6 hours to go watch New Japan and then drive back. You know,
admission, barely made it to the one that was 2.5 hours away.
Bring up the card.
The G1 special. I mean, I kind of agree.
Even though
We've been to them all at this point. This will be the first one I go to without you. And
besides the San Francisco show, every New Japan show I've been to has been like insane. And the only reason why I can't speak much about San Francisco is we missed some of the show.
Yeah,
we missed like half of it.
We missed Ishii and Suzuki, man. Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted to go see.
Good job. Actually, it was my bad, dude. Because
it was both of our bads.
It was more my bad because twice already on the day of, I'm like, oh, the car needs oil. The car needs fucking liquid.
Okay, let's
AC fluid.
let's tell the truth. It was because we drank 3.5 12-packs the night before.
Oh yeah,
and never did the podcast we were supposed to do for that show.
I know we do that. It's so true. I forgot about that.
But hey, you posted that badass picture of Team Get Fucked Up, Shibata and Kenta.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
And that made up for it, right?
No, it didn't at all.
No, it didn't.
It didn't at all. You undisciplined fuck.
3.5 12-packs. What's that? That's a lot of beers.
That's ridiculous amount of beers. But look up New Japan right now. The card for Long Beach
2018. Let's see. Here we go. SoCal Uncensored. That's not it. Strong Style Evolved. Fighting Spirit Unleashed. There we go. NJPW1972.com.
You know what? You know what's cool though? They're having it at the Walter Pyramid. Which there was not a bad seat in the fucking house there.
Fuck no. That was a great arena.
It was the best arena we've been to for like a smaller show that's not WWE.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, we're going to go through this quickly. First match. Go on, Jeff.
First match. A 6-man tag match. There's going to be a lot of these.
Wow.
ACH, Taguchi, and Liger versus Sho, Yo, and Rocky Romero, Roppongi 3K.
Well, the good thing is I'm down to see Rocky Romero and Jushin Thunder Liger. I like those guys.
Yeah, if you don't like Jushin Thunder Liger, you're un-American.
Moving on. Second match.
Damn,
another
SCU.
Another tag team match, huh?
Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels versus the Bullet Club's Chase Owens and Hangman Page. I'm really putting it on for this shit, aren't I?
I don't know. All these guys are talented, but I feel bad for Christopher Daniels. He never got the due he deserved. I hope he keeps getting booked in New Japan.
Match 3. Another 6-man tag match. That's the third one, and I'm already exhausted.
Dear Lord. 6-man again, huh?
Flip Gordon, Chris Sabin, Jeff Cobb versus Chucky T, Trent Beretta, and Hiroki Goto.
Chris Sabin is cool. I was never the hugest fan, but he's cool. Okay, we gotta stop being so fucking down about this shit. It's like the whole podcast. The whole podcast has been on us shitting on everything.
No, we were really high on WWE and Randy Orton, just like usual.
Wow. All right. Damn. Fourth match. Another 6-man.
Oh fuck! That's 2 in a row. I gotta pee and go to the merch stand.
Holy shit.
I
like Naito. Who's in this match, Jeff?
This is LIJ, Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sonata, Evil, and Naito versus... Oh, that is Suzuki Gun. Suzuki Gun is only represented by the white people this time. Davey Boy Smith Jr., Lance Archer, the Killer Elite Squad, I hate that name, and Zack Sabre Jr.
The Killer Elite Squad?
Yeah. I'm always excited to see Zack Sabre Jr., though. Him and Naito, that will be pretty cool.
Fifth match.
Another tag match, and we haven't scrolled down yet.
Holy shit, it is.
Another tag match.
There's like no singles matches in this,
on
this card.
There's no Ishii versus Suzuki in any of these tag matches.
Who's this next match?
Kushida, Noise, Hiroshi Tanahashi, your G1 Climax 2018 winner, versus Gato and Jay White, the recently Icewing chairs awkwardly Gato, who's teamed up with Switchblade, Kenny Omega Jr., Jay White.
What are you guys calling Kenny Omega Jr.?
I mean, frickin' look at him.
He does not look like anything like Kenny Omega.
Okay.
You guys are weird.
We need to watch the first, year of Kenny Omega, Kenny the Cleaner Omega in the Bullet Club.
Weird.
It's just like Jay White.
Go down. Oh shit, that's a pretty good.
That is yeah.
So the next match is Will Ospreay versus Marty Scurll.
in the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship
You know-
Tournament semifinal.
You know what I didn't really know that I heard some rumblings talking like apparently like Marty Scurll is not really a New Japan guy. He's a Ring of Honor guy.
I feel like he is more of a Ring of Honor guy.
Because they started splitting up a bunch of shit where I can't remember who was talking stuff, but someone was talking stuff and they were saying that a lot of these guys from New Japan, the Bullet Club from New Japan, weren't really New Japan people. They were more like Ring of Honor people. And then there was some that really are New Japan people.
Yeah, there is definitely.
Like, what the fuck?
Most of the whole firing squad guys are the New Japan Bullet Club with Kenny. But then Kenny's in being the elite, and all the fucking being the elite guys are all America based. The Bucks, Cody, Marty.
All right, move on to the 7th match.
The 7th match. That'll be a good match, though. Really good match. All over the world.
This one I can't hate because the Young Bucks always bring it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm excited to see this.
Nick Jackson.
The Bullet Club
Matt
explodes.
Jackson versus Tangaloa.
And Tamatonga.
Yep. That should be a good match.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for that one, too, actually.
Dude, I love the way New Japan's ring announcer is. The way
Yeah.
I've always loved the Japanese ring announcers all the way from the early 2000s and Noah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit! Another
More
singles. Oh, this one should be a good WWE style match.
WWE
This should be a real storytelling match. This is my favorite match of the night so far. Juice Robinson versus Cody Rhodes.
Juice's tryout match for the WWE.
Oh, look at that! You clicked on Cody.
I looked on Cody Rhodes' profile. Why not scroll down then, since I did?
Height 185 centimeters. Weight 100 kilograms. Year of birth 30th of June 1985. Place of birth Georgia, United States. Debut 2006. Whoa! So he's only been he's been in the business over 10 years, I suppose.
Only
2006 seems like a lot earlier than I would have thought. And his finishing holds the crossroads and the bionic elbow.
Well, all right.
All right, go back.
His whole biography, no.
As the son of legendary pro wrestler Dusty Rhodes.
Papa Bad in the way. Cody is currently the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
All right.
I wonder if he'll have the title at the show.
Is this the 9th match, the main event, or is that
The main event? Yes.
Holy shit! That's a killer main event.
The main event is badass.
Holy fuck! Ishii and Okada versus Ibushi and Omega.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some crazy shit.
Yeah, this is the only time where we're gonna get Omega and Okada in America, plus Ishii and Ibushi. Like, yeah, I'm excited for the main event, definitely.
Damn, that's a fucking sick ass main event. That alone right there makes me regret not being able to go.
Yeah, that's one of.
Go down and read some of the comments.
One
Look,
of the
it says
best.
there's 33 comments regarding this card. You know what? I just want to read some of these fucking comments. Hold on, stop.
Yeah.
Oh no, some of these comments are outdated because this guy's asking.
5 weeks ago.
Wonder what they are going to do with Omega. Yano, perhaps.
Yano, perhaps. Oh my god.
Some guy got it right. Jared Nocturne got it right. God, take my money. Go down. Maybe no need to come to Long Beach. I prefer watch on NJPW World for those lineups.
That was a downer.
Oh, look at this guy. Here's hoping for Okada versus Mysterio.
Oh shit.
That'd be fucking badass. But I heard
been
I heard Mysterio's back in talks with WWE.
I heard it might be locked, right? I think it's in this fucking thing. Forget about Ray.
Load 10 more comments.
WWE bound official today, 1 week ago. Yeah, that's where I heard it. I did look at this match card.
They're mostly positive comments. You know what I mean? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen. This is all we have today for Have Fun on the Indies.
Long, awkward pause.
It was a very long, awkward process. I started reading these comments.
I know, I got distracted.
All of a sudden, I was like, we're doing a podcast, but I started reading these comments, and I realized we're live.
And time limit. Suck me in. Okay.
Anyways. God, it's so sad. Like, our generation's so addicted to the internet. We lost our ADD asses fucking lost.
We're the ones that grew up with it.
Lost our train of thought.
Okay, we watched it grow. It grew with us. Okay, we're different.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is Have Fun on the Indies. Catch us on Twitter at HaveFunOTI. There you'll see all the links to all of our social media pages. Follow us, love us. We'll love you back.
Comment, ask us questions.
Drink lots of beer. Or
We'll
don't
drink
drink
lots of beer while answering your questions.
Or don't drink lots of beer.
The ones where we don't drink beer are boring.
Send Randy Orton sweet messages.
Buy Randy Orton merch. That's the way you send him Valentine's.
Tweet us or Instagram us what you would give Stephanie for her birthday.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Comment anywhere on our social media. What would you give Stephanie McMahon for her birthday?
That would be awesome. I'd like to see that.
I said Impact Wrestling. I'm going with that. That's the only thing I think get the woman that has almost everything.
And on that, we leave because we're out of beer.
Oh, crap.
Have fun on the Indies.
Have fun on the Indies.